What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. If you are new here, hello, my name is Erica. It's so good to have you, and if you are not new, welcome back. And maybe you've seen my last 3, I think, years of these videos, but nonetheless, they're some of my favorite videos to film, and that is my New Year's reset slash how I vision board slash how I reach my health and fitness goals in the new year. And I'm going to teach you guys all of the tips and tricks that I have in regards to setting goals, vision boarding, prepping, planning, all that jazz to make 2025 your most successful year yet with your health and fitness goals. I'm going to split up this video into a couple different segments, but first things first, I figured we'd kick it off by talking about nutrition. And I know that's kind of weird, but health and fitness, very correlated to nutrition, and if you're not set up for your nutrition goals, then it's pretty difficult to make physique changes on top of that. So what I do every New Year's is I always go get groceries and set myself up with a healthy, high protein grocery haul so that I'm starting off the new year with a full stocked fridge. I do a little bit of meal prep. I'm actually going to make some healthy pumpkin loaf today, which I've actually filmed and I have in many of my previous videos, but I'm gonna do some meal prep and some baking so that I've got stuff in my fridge ready to go. But I figured I'd show you guys what I picked up from the grocery store this morning after the gym, just to get me all set up and ready to go so that my fridge is stocked, like I said, and I don't have to Uber eat something or go grab fast food because I've got healthy food on deck at all times. So let's get into it. Okay, I just got back from the grocery store and I figured I would do my full New Year's grocery restock haul for you guys. We just got back from vacation literally 2 days ago, so our fridge was pretty empty. I have a couple staple things. I have like some potatoes, some rice, that kind of stuff, but a lot of the things we needed. So I'm just gonna go through my high protein staples, healthy meal ideas, that kind of thing that I'll be making with all of this stuff. And why not put it away at the same time? So first things first, I got 2 things of almond milk. I use unsweetened vanilla almond milk. That's just my personal preference, but you can choose whatever type of milk you want. I know if you want extra protein, the Fairlife milks are a really great option. I also got some cream cheese and some eggs. These, along with this organic pumpkin puree, are going to be used in my pumpkin loaf that I've actually posted the recipe for. It's a really easy high protein snack. You could even eat it for breakfast or dessert if you wanted to, but I love this and I'm going to be making it probably today. Okay, next up for veggies, I got a salad mix. This is the Taylor Farms Sweet Kale. I love this one. I also got some frozen veggies because I always like to have some on hand if possible, just in case I'm in a rush one day and I just need to throw something in the microwave. So I got corn and peas and carrots to throw in the freezer. Also got regular baby carrots and mini cucumbers, and this is a bag of white onions. Next up for protein, I got some cottage cheese. I normally just grab like the 2%. It's just what I personally like. And then also for protein, I got some ground beef and a full rotisserie chicken. This is like my life hack. I've been obsessed with this lately. It makes life so much easier. It's so much juicier and tastes better in my opinion than when I try and cook my own chicken. So I always grab this and they're pretty cheap. I think this was like $6. For when I make my personal pizzas, I always just use pita bread as my crust because you can buy like the full pizza crust, but I won't use it for myself. It's too much. So I buy mini pita breads and that is what I use for my personal pizzas. Also got a bag of avocado and some caramel sauce for my Ninja Creamies. I stocked up on stevia because I was running low. And lastly, I just got 2 things of caramel rice cakes because if you know, I go through these so quickly. And that is everything that I got to restock for the new year. Lots of healthy options, lots of high protein stuff. This can be easily made into so many different meals. I'm gonna make my protein pumpkin loaf this week. I am going to cut up that rotisserie chicken. I'm going to make the ground beef. I can obviously make pizza. Like, I have so much stuff on deck. So that's what I've got. And let's get into the rest of the video. So that is something that I do pretty much every week. I meal plan, I figure out what meals and what recipes I want to make for that week. Then I make a grocery list and I go to the grocery store typically on either Sunday or Monday to get myself set up for the week. I've made a couple videos recently where I've really detailed that process for you guys and showed you step by step how we do it. So definitely go back and watch my last couple vlogs if you want more insight into how I meal plan and just get myself ready for the week with groceries and stuff like that. But now that we've got the nutrition side out of the way, I figured it would be helpful for me to go through my New Year's goal setting structure, how I do it, and then also how I vision board as well, because one thing about me is I'm a very visual person, and if I don't have things written down where I can go back and read them and then also visually displayed in like a vision board type of manner, it's hard for me to remember the things that I'm working towards. So that is something that I do every year. I've showed you guys in all of my past New Year's reset videos how I do it, and I follow a pretty similar structure every single year, but I figured I would recap it again, and this year is going to be more specified towards your health and fitness goals. So without further ado, let's get into how I structure my goals and then how I vision board as well. Okay, so I have my little Google Doc pulled up, and this is how I'm going to write out all my goals. You can do this on paper if you want to. I just find it helpful to have it digitally recorded so that I never lose it. And I'm gonna make my font bigger so you guys can read this a little bit better. But I've got my goals. This is just the title. And then what I like to do is I like to set them up by different categories. We're gonna focus on health and wellness, health and fitness, I guess, health, wellness, and fitness in this video. But I also set personal, business, financial, relationships. So there's usually 4 major buckets. Personal would include things just like self-development, travel, goals that don't relate to business or my relationships or my health and fitness. So that's kind of something in there. Maybe it's like, I want to color more, that kind of thing, right? So that's how we separate them. But for right now, we're just going to focus on health, fitness, and wellness. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of come up with a bullet list, and I'm going to start writing down things that I already have in mind. So one of them is run a full marathon, which I've already set up for, I've already signed up for. Another one is that I want to continue my Pilates journey. Next up, I have cook more at home / experiment with recipes. I also want to limit my processed foods, drink more water. I'm gonna also add an artificial sweeteners here. I also want to stay consistent in the gym, get 10K steps a day at minimum. So as you can see, I've written out quite a few goals that I have already. Now, the thing that I do that I feel like really helps to get this going even deeper and to really get clarity on how you're going to achieve those goals is by breaking it down into action steps. So for example, the goal of running a full marathon, amazing, love that goal, but what steps do I need to take in order to get there? So for example, that would mean follow a running plan, and I'm going to put Runna because that's what I've already downloaded. Something else that I could put down for run a full marathon is document my journey to stay accountable. And this helps me a lot. Making TikToks, making reels about my running journey helps so much. Fuel properly to ensure I have the energy. Sign up for the marathon. And pay entry fee. So as you can see, not only is it I want to run a marathon, but here are all the steps that I'm going to take to make sure that that actually happens. You could even go one step further and say keep consistent with my morning routine, because that in itself sets me up to actually go out and run. So as you can see, those are some action steps. For that one, I'm going to give you another example here. So continue my Pilates journey. Okay, this would look like block out time in calendar each week for a Pilates class. Ask a friend to go with me, for example, sometimes. Try out a new Pilates studio. And again, document journey for IG, TikTok, YouTube, because those things also help me stay consistent. So there you go. As you can see, I've basically listed goals and then actual action steps. So it's one thing to say, hey, I want to cook more at home this year, but how am I actually going to do that? So here's a list of all the actionable steps I can take to do that. So this is my biggest tip for when you're setting goals, is it's awesome to set big goals, but you need to break it down to what daily or weekly action steps do I need to take in order to make sure that that happens. And then once I've gotten super clear on what all my goals are, I actually make a vision board that is going to reflect all of these things, and I pick action steps for a lot of them. So for example, for my run a full marathon, let's say I want to document my journey to stay accountable. I'm going to use that action step in my vision board. I would find a photo that represents documenting my journey, and I'd put that on my vision board to represent it. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my vision board right now. First step is you're going to want to go to Pinterest, and now you're going to find pins maybe just in your feed here. Like this one is somebody running a marathon or a half marathon. Love that. I could pin that. But you can also go in and you can search. So you could search in marathon aesthetic, for example, and all of these photos are going to pop up, and you're going to be able to find one that you think represents the goal that you have. Let's say here, this is Holly. I could, copy image, and then what I would do is I would paste it in Canva, and then I could paste it here, and I could start making my vision board. Now, I've already made a vision board that looks like this. It's horizontal, but I want to make one for my iPhone home screen. So I'm going to do that for you guys today and just show you what it looks like. So let's roll the B-roll while I make my vision board for my phone for this year. So this is what I've come up with, my little vision board for my phone background. And what I love about this is that I can set it as my background, and it's something that I will literally have to look at every day. So it's going to remind me of all the things that I've set my mind to. Some of these include like vacations and personal things, others business, other are relationships, other are health and wellness. So it's very well rounded. You could literally make one that's just related to your health and wellness goals if you wanted to, but I like a more well-rounded one personally. So that is how I make my little vision board for the year. Now that we are done vision boarding, I wanted to show you guys something that I'm going to be starting in 2025. I actually started it today. Today's the 30th of December, but I figured why not get a jump start on it. So I'm going to be starting a daily gratitude journal, and I've been eyeing this one for so long. Tell me why I didn't know you could get it on Amazon for like $5. I'll try and link it down below for you guys. But this is the daily gratitude journal that I've seen so many people use, and it's a really simple setup. I don't know if you guys can see this, but basically on each page it says the date, it gives you a quote, and then it's separated in morning and night. So in the morning, it gets you to write 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and then a positive affirmation. At night, it says good things that happened today. It has you write 3 good things and then something that you learned that day. I just love this because I used to be someone that used a physical planner. I don't do that anymore. I use Google Calendar. But one of the reasons why I loved using a physical planner so much was that at the end of every year, I would go back through my planner and I would look at all the fun things that I did, because I would have all my events written down in there, and it's such a fun way to like remember, oh my god, I forgot that I went out for dinner with that person, or I forgot that we did this thing. And I feel like this journal will be something that I can flip back on and see 3 things that happened on that day. Oh yeah, I forgot that I did that thing. And it's just a fun memory and a keepsake to have. Not only that, but it's also such a great way to start your morning off on a positive note. So it really sets your intentions for the day. You know, what are 3 things that you want to achieve today, or what are 3 things that would make today great? It could simply be, I get to smile at someone, or it could be, I make $10 million today. You know what I mean? You get to set that precedent for yourself. But I just love that idea that you get to start off the day with a little bit of gratitude, and you get to reflect on the things that you want to accomplish and the ways that you want to present for that day. Now, you might be wondering how that relates to your fitness goals. You could totally use this as simply a fitness and health like gratitude journal, where you write down things that you're grateful for in regards to your health or your fitness journey, and things that would make today great. Maybe, hey, I drank 2 glasses of water, or I made a homemade meal, right? You could use this however you want to. But not only that, I also think that it's just a great way to work on your mental health and to show up for yourself in that regard. Something that I think a lot of us neglect is taking time for ourselves and prioritizing our own mental health. And I feel like taking 5 minutes out of your morning to reflect on your goals for the day and just things that you're grateful for is such a nice mental reset and way to just focus on yourself, focus on your own mental health before you show up for anyone else in the day. So mental health is just as important, if not more important, than your physical health and your emotional health. If you're not focusing on taking time for yourself, reflecting, giving yourself time to reset, regroup, and just take a step back sometimes and relax for 5 minutes, it's going to spill out into all other aspects of your health and fitness journey as well. So whether it's the gratitude journal, whether it's meditation, whether it's simply cuddling your dog for 5 minutes every day, do something for your own mental health and figure out a way that you can make that consistently part of your routine. I have this right beside my bed, so when I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing that I see. It's a mental visual reminder of what I need to do before anything else in the day, and I'm so excited to instill this habit for myself in 2025. I have a couple other things that I want to do in this video to get myself ready to go for 2025. The first thing is that I need to declutter not only like my phone and all the things tech-wise, but also my closet. And again, you might be wondering, Erica, how does this relate to my health and fitness goals? Well, I ask of you. Maybe you're not the same as me, but I have a lot of activewear in my closet that I don't wear, and I like to donate it, so I'm going to be going through it today. I like to make sure that I have all my staple outfits and things that I know make me feel confident ready to go in front of my face, so that when I wake up to go to the gym, I don't have to dig through a million different drawers and dressers. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to declutter. Now, this is not only good for your physical space and getting rid of things and donating it or giving it to a friend, but I also think it's good for your mental health, because decluttering your physical space, in my opinion, also declutters your mental space a little bit. So mental health, like I just said, so important. So we're gonna go declutter my closet a little bit and just get rid of some of my old fitness gear so that I can replenish it eventually in 2025. I'm sure I'll have more stuff that comes in, but then I can start the new year fresh and with all my favorite pieces ready to go. Okay, this behind me is my mess of a closet, and in this plastic bin right here are a lot of my activewear clothes. I recently got rid of a lot, but we still have more to go through, so I'm gonna go through each drawer and pick out what I wear often and then what I don't wear, and what I don't wear is going to be donated. So let's get into it. It's gonna feel so good when we're done. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's honestly almost too heavy to pick up, but a full garbage bag I have full of my stuff that we're gonna donate later this week. That felt so good. Okay, now that that is done, the last thing that I want to do with you guys today is actually set up my calendar for the first week of the year. You could also do the full month if you want to, if you're ambitious like that, but I'm just going to show you guys what the first week of my calendar looks like. And this will be specified for health and fitness, but you can obviously also plan your work, your personal events, things of that nature. I'm going to break it down. So we're going to break down meal prep, meal planning. I'm also going to break down my workouts for the day, my self-care, and then water and goals such as that. So I'll show you guys how I break it all down on my computer. You can also do this on a pen and paper if you're old school like that. I have kind of changed to be more of a digital gal, but without further ado, let's get into how I plan my whole week to start the year. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you guys how I do my health and fitness planning for the first week of the year. So I'm using an app called Notion. I love it. It's what I use to plan out my content and make a daily to-do list and all that kind of stuff. So right now I just have an empty planner or empty calendar, and I'm gonna start on January 1st, which is over here, which is in 2 days. So I'm gonna start on the 1st. It probably would make more sense to start like a full week, but because the 1st this year is on Wednesday, we're just gonna roll with it. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna set up my fitness for the day. So on Wednesdays I go to the gym, so I'm just gonna write gym session 2, and that should show up. Same thing with Thursday, we're going to do gym session 3. Saturday will be my long run, which is 20 kilometers that week. So those are all my fitness plans for the week. Sunday I have a rest day, and then I guess I could fill this out too. Gym session 1 on Monday. I have run, interval run, gym session 2, gym session 3, as you guys can see. So I'm just filling out all of my workouts so that I have it written down. So there we go. The first 2 weeks are filled out for fitness workouts. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for nutrition, I'm actually gonna do this on Sunday. I know that it's already past this Sunday, but just for example, I'm going to do a meal plan. And in here, I can make comments. So I can write things like main breakfasts, main lunches, and main dinners for the week. For this week, I'm gonna put breakfast, I'll do cottage cheese, rice cakes, and oatmeal with cookie butter, which are my two main breakfasts that I love right now. Lunches, I'm gonna do rice, veggies, and rotisserie chicken. And then for a second lunch option, I'm gonna do personal pizza. And then for dinners, I think for this week, I'm gonna make shrimp bowls and ground beef tacos. So then once I've got all of my main meals written down for the week, what I can do is I can then create another comment, which is grocery list. So then if I don't have these options already in my fridge, I can write them down on my grocery list, and then I can copy paste that onto a note on my phone, and I've got a grocery list for the week. So this just helps, like I said, it's helpful to have actionable steps. So I could write, hey, my goal for this year is to eat healthy, but if I don't have daily steps that I'm going to take to make sure that happens, then chances are it's not actually going to turn out how you want it to. So that is why I make a detailed plan and plan out my at least first week of the year with my fitness sessions and my nutrition so that everything is in one place. Okay, so now that I've planned out my first week of workouts and nutrition for the year, I feel a lot more settled. I personally already have a pretty in-depth morning and night routine. That's something that I've just been able to establish over the last, honestly, 5+ years. That's really stuck with me, and it helps me to stay really consistent on getting my workouts done in the morning, on eating healthy, and doing my, journaling and my reading. That's my me time. Like I said, so important for your mental health. But if you are someone that doesn't have a routine in place, a morning routine and night routine, I would highly encourage you to take some time and figure out what that's going to look like for you, because truly it has completely transformed my life, my productivity, and my success. And I attribute a lot of the things that I've accomplished to my morning routine and my night routine, which might sound crazy, but they are the backbone of my routine and my day-to-day activities. So if I'm not consistent on those, my whole day just kind of feels very off, and I don't feel like I have my head screwed on right, if that makes sense. So if you don't already have a morning and night routine, take some time and figure out what that's going to look like for you. It doesn't have to be complicated. Mine is not complicated, but if you want some inspiration, go watch literally any of my videos, my vlogs from the past couple months, because I do the same morning routine every day pretty much, and you'll get a feel for what it looks like pretty quickly. So now that we have done our meal planning and got our groceries, we've made our vision board, we've gotten really clear on what our goals are for the year in terms of our health and fitness, we've planned out our workouts for the first week of the year, I feel like I'm pretty set for a successful first week, and then just continuing with these habits on a weekly basis is going to set you up for success. Like I said, having your vision board on either your screensaver or on your phone background, or print it off and put it somewhere in your room, is such a good visual reminder. I think a lot of times it's really easy to forget the goals that you set for yourself, so having that visual reminder does wonders for jogging your memory and keeping you on track towards those things that you want. And then also decluttering your space and just having a fresh, clean slate to start from feels really good. And if you can keep up with that weekly or monthly, that's gonna feel even better as opposed to just doing it once a year. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful. It was kind of a holistic overview of things that I do to get myself prepped and ready for a successful new year. This one was a little bit more specified for health and fitness, but you can take all these principles and translate them into whatever area of your life that you want. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below any video requests that you have, any questions you have for me. I'd be so happy to make those into a future video for you. And without further ado, Happy New Year, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.